should really choose my library. If I say this to add pictures or video. Pick your pictures. These are them. This is it. Oh. Let's see. Put one more picture. Hello, that's application. Okay. Click on and then to edit and get one. And then click on and then okay. Now I'm going to table see it up. First, I just get 5 seconds. Right there. And do it. Text here, see. Nothing ever see is already good. Don't know. Shouldn't see this. And let's send it to this. Very good. And but before I can actually table, put title for the one that they made. We should have. But no. Yeah, and there should be now on YouTube that view 14 seconds. So when it's at the top, actually comes in up and And it's still quite good. Okay. So, if you click home again, you could upload to YouTube. Can I have the permission? That's a DVD. Can I insert a YouTube? Widescreen. And the permission. Mobile phone. Email for instant messaging. Yes. I'm gonna upload to YouTube. High definition. So yeah.